What is up, guys? It's your boy, MP3 Helper here, and today I want to be like Ayanokoji. Okay, back in the day, I was hating on this guy, especially the anime. I never truly understand how Ayanokoji really operated. Uh, I think it's time I give it a chance and really understand how to be like this guy. So I went on YouTube, searched up a playlist. As you can see, how to be like Ayanokoji playlist. And I think there's above, oh, this is right, 1,125 videos. So I think I'll definitely become like him after watching all these videos. So let's start with the first one. Train yourself like Ayanokoji.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play on
I got hit with an ad.
with Google
All
Play
right.
Games.
I want you to take this video very seriously because it is one of the best videos I have ever made up to this point. Trust me, you won't regret taking the time to watch this video. In this video, we're really getting deep into Ayano's brain, learning how it operates and how he's able to form.
Well, you basically said what I wanted to know. Okay.
These strategies and masterminded plans. More importantly, I'm going to provide you with practical tips and exercises that you can use to be like him. And that brings us to the White Room. We all agree that if it weren't for the White Room, Ayanokoji wouldn't be where he is now, right? Before we get into that, let me tell you something. I know you're not the least bit serious about this video because up to this
No, I'm actually very serious. I'm very serious.
point, you've watched tens, if not hundreds, of these types of videos with guys giving you silly advice.
No, this is my first
although
video.
May sound fancy, you can't really use or don't know how to use. Or maybe there's a little voice inside you saying, "There's no way you can reach a fictional character's level. It's just a fantasy. Sure, I can be smart, but reaching his level is impossible. If so, you're limiting yourself from reaching your full potential." We should always believe that anything is possible with the right mindset and effort. If you're not willing to put in the effort, then this video isn't for you.
And I think I really need to lock in. I really want to be like him. Oh my goodness. Seems like it's really hard.
We aren't just wannabes. When we commit to something, we see it through no matter what. And by the time you reach the end of this video, I'll give you an arsenal of practical exercises meticulously crafted for each principle I have imparted. So here's the training method you need to be at the top 1%.
Knowledge.
To start off, you really have to have the right knowledge. You need the right knowledge to move forward, right? Like I should work hard. But what's the thing you should work hard on? What is that thing that brings the greatest fruit?
Visual reference?
Reading,
Okay.
practicing chess, martial art. There's a super simple way to find this, you know? Brian Tracy says in one of his books, if you do what other successful people do, over and over again, nothing in the world can stop you from eventually getting the same results that they do. And I love that phrase, because it's super simple yet
Guys, he loves this phrase.
powerful. So in that sense, if you want to be like Ayanokoji, you have to copy his actions.
That's how you pronounce it? Ayanokoji? How do you say it?
They do. And I love that phrase because it's super simple yet powerful. So in that sense, if you want to be like Ayanokoji, you have to copy his actions. The reality is that 99% of people can't do that. So what did Ayanokoji do to gain knowledge? What are some great ways to acquire valuable knowledge? Experience, reading, and analyzing our surroundings. But how do you analyze your surroundings and learn from experience? And what books should you read? I like to keep things simple. By analyzing our surroundings, we are actually trying to gather as much information as possible, interpret and explain the situation inside our mind in order to learn from it.
I think I already do this IRL, especially in class. No one's talking. I like to look around the classroom, see what's going on. That's a pretty easy thing to do.
To make it really simple for you, I'm going to share a framework that Robert Greene talks about. Basically, what he suggests is scheduling 30 minutes of your day to reflect on the previous day. Think about what you did, what you could have done differently, and ask yourself how you could have made the day more efficient. Consider what would have happened if you tried X instead of Y. Think like a strategist.
Okay. Yesterday I went to go to a buffet. I had the option to go to either a Chinese buffet or a Korean buffet. Picked the Chinese one because I heard it was better. Maybe I should have went to the Korean one. Alright.
Now, let's talk about books. Here we're focusing on books that forces us to think and build stronger neuron connections and pathways in our brain. You can't just passively read those words. You have to actively engage with the material, question yourself, and think deeply about the concepts presented. Why is this important? How does this work? And how can I use it? If you want to challenge your brain and become smarter, this is how you do it. So, what are some books that makes us think and help our brains build stronger neurons? Books on power and politics, philosophy, and well-written mystery novels. Here are some book recommendations you may want to try out.
48 Laws of Power. Genre nonfiction power politics. Why? Easily understandable. Okay, so I guess that's gonna be number one. Atlas Shrugged. Philosophy makes you think critically. Okay. Atomic Habits. Self-help. It has the power to transform your life. I mean, I could just read Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I could learn something off that, you know. This has everything on here.
Introducing Grammarly.
Okay, just
like
gave me
you've
an
never
ad.
seen before. Your all-in-one writing essential. Say hello.
Okay, so this is an important section. You have to understand that action shapes your reality. No matter how much educational content you consume, the only thing that can truly change you is your action. So what's the most efficient way to take action? Here is a simple yet powerful framework that I personally like to use, the AAA framework. Act, assess, and adjust. Although it may
Okay.
sound difficult, it's actually quite easy. Here's how it works. Act. Take action on something you learned from a book or even from this video. Assess.
I haven't learned anything yet so far, but we're gonna keep watching.
See how it works and what response you get from the world. For example, if you've been going to the gym for 6 months and you've developed a six-pack, that's the response the world gave you. And if you didn't achieve your desired result, that's also a response, which means you need to assess your strategy and change your workout plan. Adjust. After you've formed a new strategy, adjust your gym plan accordingly and keep the AAA cycle going. How does a muscle grow? How does a gym person grow their muscles? They make their muscles hurt so that they can grow even bigger and stronger. When you work out, you actually break your muscle fibers, and then your body repairs or replaces damaged muscle fibers through a cellular...
Okay, why are we talking about this again? Does this have anything to do with how Ayanokoji really thinks? Is this a way to manipulate the Foids? I don't know.
process where it fuses muscle fibers together to form new muscle protein strands or myofibrils. This process makes the muscle grow thicker. This concept applies to our brains too. Are you the kind of person who reads
Light
2
Yagami
pages of a
study
book and
method.
then feels overwhelmed with information? Here's the mindset you should have. I recommend you write it down and read it every single day before.
Hold on, I need to write this down. I don't have paper. Sticky note. Let's go. Let's write this down.
Before you start your day, forget about all your limiting beliefs for once. Your abilities are not fixed. Instead of thinking, I'm stupid. Think, I just need to put a little more effort into practicing. If you find yourself overwhelmed or tired by the work, keep moving forward because it's important to push hardest when you want to quit the most because it strengthens our mind. All brains are capable of leveling up their capacity.
What?
All brains are capable of leveling up their capacity.
Why did he cut off from there? What the? Okay.
Replacing strong beliefs with weak ones, swapping bad habits for good ones, and reading a book for 30 minutes instead of playing video games. Replacing negative things.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. Like, I play ABA every day. Those guys really,
If you
huh?
don't have a notebook yet, I recommend getting one right now because this section is the most important one.
Like I said, I don't have a notebook or any paper, just this.
If you're still watching, it means you're completely serious, and I want you to give me your full attention for a few minutes.
Yes, guys, I'm completely serious.
Block off all distractions and laser. Focus on the video for a few minutes. Listen now, if you're holding the belief within you that I'm not enough, I can't be like this, this is impossible, let me tell you a little about your capabilities. You can, literally right now, store 433 petabytes of data.
No, okay, the thing's in the way. Pure science, by the way.
You can store 13.5 billion years of data inside you right now. Listen carefully to that phrase I just said. You can store 13.
I heard you.
0.5 billion years of data inside you right now. That's your power, gentlemen.
What? It cuts off again.
So when you go to read a book or think, and you find that you can't understand or comprehend and your head hurts, you have to know that it's just a mere excuse. Your abilities are far beyond what you can think of, and each time you push through the pain or discomfort, you actually build a stronger brain muscle. Each time you do something uncomfortable, your mind gets stronger and you build an iron mind. Now, there's 1% of you in the video who actually want to try these tips included here. As I promised at the beginning of the video, to make things simple for you, I've created a practice method that you can use to boost your skill. Check out the description to gain access to it.
I don't know if the camera can pick this up. This is the only thing I wrote. As much as I want to click on the description and check it out, there's a bunch of videos that I have to watch. So I'll just check it another time. Okay. Okay. I feel Sigma coming inside of me. Okay. Let's just get past that. Let me see if I can find a good one. You know, that was just one of them. Let's see. Okay. I seen this one on TikTok. How to control your emotions like Ayanokoji. Don't react. This was a year ago.
At Full Sail, our technology programs are designed with a different approach to learning. We let our students get hands-on and start creating.
Okay, it's
They're
freaking
learning
mad. Weakness isn't inherently a problem. The problem is allowing your weakness to show in a way that lets others exploit it. Okay.
Do you think Ayanokoji truly has no emotions? The truth is that every human being feels. It's impossible not to have emotions. It's part of our nature. But how does he manage to maintain an almost unshakable calm, regardless of the situation? This is one of the great questions behind his personality and his incredible self-control. Ayanokoji developed this ability in a hostile and merciless environment. the White Room, where every move
The White Room mentioned.
was designed to be calculated and strategic. There, he learned not to show fear, anger, or anxiety, turning his calmness into one of his most powerful weapons. What appears to be coldness is in fact absolute control over himself. But what if I told you that you can also develop this skill, that it is possible to learn to control your emotions so you don't show weakness? To act clearly even in the most complicated situations? I'm going to show you how. So, let's get started. First of all, do you know what emotions are? Simply put,
Do I know what emotions are? No, Ayanokoji, tell me.
emotions are automatic responses of our
Okay, I searched up the answer, I guess.
body and mind to stimuli, both internal and external. They evolved as a way to speed up our reactions to crucial situations, almost like evolutionary shortcuts for dealing with danger, anger, surprise, and so on. The problem is that often our own brain can be our biggest adversary. In stressful situations, it leads us to experience intense emotions, and without realizing it, we end up acting in ways that don't always reflect who we really are or what we want to do. This happens because our nervous system prioritizes a quick reaction when we feel a threat, activating that well-known
No, I know this is an AI voice, but it would have been really cool if someone actually tried to do the Ayanokoji voice over. Just a little side note.
survival mode. This is where the importance of learning to control your emotions comes in. By mastering this skill, you not only prevent those automatic responses from harming you, but you can also use your emotions as allies, even in
Oh, that
extreme
was tough. He
situations.
lined up the lip
When
sync.
you're nervous or stressed, have you ever noticed how your body reacts? Maybe you look away, adopt a tense posture, or even have difficulty controlling your breathing. These signals reveal a lot about your internal state, and worse, they not only communicate your anxiety to others, but also increase your own stress. That's why self-awareness is essential. Understanding which situations trigger these reactions in you
Self-awareness.
and how they affect your behavior is the first step to gaining control. After all, how do you expect to deal with these reactions if you don't even know what triggers them? Self-awareness involves observing your own behavior neutrally, as if you were analyzing another person. It's the moment when you pause, notice the physical sensations, recognize the emotions arising, and try to identify what caused them. This means paying attention to the details. What makes your hands tremble or your heart race? Knowing this, you can develop specific strategies to handle each of these situations.
So, once I learn these things, I can manipulate any person I like. Got you, got you, got you.
This is the true power of controlling your emotions. It's not about nullifying them, but about understanding them deeply so they work in your favor. Body language is like a silent reflection of what's happening inside you. Every expression, movement, and posture you adopt conveys your emotions, and, in many situations, communicates more than words. When we find ourselves in a state of stress or anxiety, our body reacts automatically, sending signals that we may not even notice. These signals, like restless hands, tense shoulders, and rapid breathing,
My
indicate to
gosh.
those around us that we are uncomfortable or insecure. The challenge is to become aware of these reflexes and use them to our advantage. Training your body language isn't just about looking confident. When you consciously start to adjust your posture, facial expressions, and gestures, it also affects your mind. Your brain picks up on these signals of self-confidence and begins to align your emotional state with how your body is acting. It's a two-way street. You influence how others perceive you while simultaneously altering how you feel internally. First, control your facial expression. Relax your jaw.
Okay. I actually getting something. Instructions. Okay, so what do you say?
How you feel internally. First, control your facial expression.
Alright, control my facial expression.
Relax your jaw. Keep your
Relax my jaw.
eyebrows soft and avoid frowning. Second, adjust your posture. Keep your shoulders back, chest open, and feet firmly on the ground. Third, reduce your movements. Avoid excessive gestures and instead move deliberately. Over time, these adjustments
It's kind of hard when I have to pause the video and resume. But I'm getting it.
will become natural, and you will be able to maintain your composure even in difficult situations. Breathing is something we do naturally, but few people realize how the way we breathe can intensify or alleviate stress. When we are nervous, our breathing tends to become short and rapid, which sends alarm signals to the brain and increases feelings of anxiety. However, by learning to control your breath, you can quickly alter your mental state, returning to balance and calm. Try the following. To start, inhale slowly through your nose while counting to 4.
Are we serious? Okay, this is how you manipulate the voids, I guess.
Then, hold your breath for 7 seconds. Finally, exhale gently through your mouth for a count of 8, releasing the air very slowly. This method triggers a natural relaxation response in the body, helping to lower heart rate and bring about a sense of tranquility. Meditation is a mental practice that involves techniques to promote focus, mindfulness, and introspection. It has been used for thousands of years in various cultures around the world. During meditation, a person typically seeks to calm the mind and body by directing attention to their breath, bodily sensations, or a mantra.
I think I might be falling asleep. I don't know. I don't know if that was supposed to be meditation or not, but alright.
This allows them to achieve a state of deep relaxation while simultaneously developing greater awareness of their thoughts and emotions. Regular meditation practice can bring a variety of benefits, such as reduced stress, increased concentration, improved sleep quality, and greater mental clarity. To meditate, it is important to find a quiet and comfortable place. Sit or lie down in a position that feels pleasant for you. Close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath.
Okay, I think I got it. Are we serious? All I had to do is control my breathing. Okay. That was very helpful, I guess. Okay. My eyes turn red, so run. Dude, don't even make fun of this because this actually is helpful and I'll hurt you. My eyes turn run so black. Wait. Delete folder emotions? Yes or no? Yes. Error. Emotions not found. I can't with these comments, bro. Okay. You know what? Maybe. You know, that was to control my emotions. So I found out how to train like Ayanokoji. I found out how to control my emotions. And now, what else do I have to do? Let me look. Um. Because this is the battle you tell no one about.
Picture this.
Oh my gosh.
Saving up to 10% when you bundle your home and auto insurance with.
I'm using headphones.
There's a side to you that nobody sees. It's the side that only shows in those quiet moments of early mornings and late nights when you grind inside.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch that video another time when I need motivation. Okay. Why Ayanokoji never lusts and how you can do it too. Now let's see this one.
Imagine this. You're surrounded by some of the most attractive people in school. Everyone is flirting, obsessing, chasing relationships. But there's one guy who feels nothing. No desperation, no distraction, no lust controlling his decisions. And because of that, he's always 10 steps ahead of everyone.
And I'm assuming this is Ayanokoji, aka soon to be me.
That person is Ayanokoji. But here's the crazy part most people miss. Ayanokoji's control over lust isn't just a personality trait. It's a psychological weapon. And if you understand how he does it, you can apply the same mental framework to become more focused, disciplined, and almost impossible to manipulate. Today we're breaking down
Whoa,
why
he said the
Ayanokoji
word.
never lusts, the hidden psychology behind it, and 3 methods you can use to develop the same control. Because once you understand this, you'll start seeing how most people are completely controlled by their impulses. Let's start with a simple truth. Most people believe they make logical decisions, but in reality, they're controlled by 3 basic impulses. Status, pleasure, validation, and lust sits right at the center of all 3.
Guys, let me know if this goes with you guys. This, you guys having this problem.
Think about it. People change their behavior, personality, priorities, even their goals, just to impress someone they're attracted to. Students in Classroom of the Elite do it constantly. They reveal secrets, they make bad alliances, they betray people, all because of emotional attachment and attraction. But Ayanokoji never falls into that trap. Why? Because he understands something most people don't. Desire creates vulnerability, and vulnerability creates control points. If someone knows what you want, they can control you. People think Ayanokoji
Write this down. What do you say again?
creates control points. If someone knows what
If someone knows what you want,
they can control you.
they can control you.
People think Ayanokoji wins because he's smart, but intelligence alone isn't his biggest weapon. His real advantage is emotional detachment. When everyone else is reacting emotionally, he's observing. When everyone else is chasing attraction,
Again, observe your surroundings. This is how you become like Ayanokoji.
he's analyzing. When everyone else is distracted, he's calculating. This creates a huge psychological gap. Imagine playing chess with someone, but every time you move a piece, they suddenly get distracted by their phone. That's basically what happens in the series. Everyone else is playing chess while distracted by emotions. Ayanokoji is the only one fully focused on the board. Why Ayanokoji doesn't feel lust? This part is deeper than people realize. It's not just discipline, it's conditioning. Ayanokoji grew up in the White Room, a place designed to remove emotional weakness.
The White Room. Remember, the White Room.
From childhood, he was trained to suppress impulses, ignore emotional distractions, focus only on results. Over time, his brain learned something powerful. Pleasure is temporary, control is permanent. So instead of chasing attraction, he prioritizes power, strategy, and positioning. And because he doesn't chase people, people become curious about him, which ironically makes him more attractive. This is the paradox. The less you seek validation, the more powerful your presence becomes. Here's the thing most people get wrong. They think controlling lust means suppressing it. It's all about willpower, they say. Wrong. Ayanokoji doesn't fight lust. He redirects attention. Think about it. When you try to force yourself not to think about something, your brain double thinks it. That's why
This is actually good information.
telling yourself don't lust only makes you notice it more. Ayanokoji's method is simple but brutal. He obsesses over what matters more than desire, strategy, long-term goals. Reading people like a chessboard. He treats lust like a temporary.
Reading people like a chessboard.
People have leaked secrets, destroyed reputations, betrayed friends, ruined careers, all because of attraction. Why? Because lust temporarily overrides rational thinking. Your brain releases dopamine, which pushes you to chase pleasure right now, not think about consequences. But Kiyotaka Ayanokoji understands something important. If someone can control your desires, they can control your decisions. That's why he never allows lust to control him.
Okay, I think they're gonna keep repeating over and over on how to control lust. What I really want to know is this freaking White Room. Okay, what's so crazy about the White Room that's gonna, you know, it's just like automatically Ayanokoji personified. Like, do I need to go to the White Room and I become like Ayanokoji immediately? Is that how it works? Because I already got the 3 basics now, you know. Okay. Let's put some tiki tiki over this. Because he sees people as tools. Oh yeah, I forgot he mentioned that in the anime. Okay. Yeah. I keep seeing this White Room stuff, so let's really learn what the White Room is really about. Scientifically upgraded on the title.
What if you could create your own white room, an environment where you could develop at an unbelievable pace, leaving your competition in the dust? And what if your own white room had solved all the flaws that the real white room has? How much would your life change? Gone would be the shackles
And my room is white, so same thing.
of limiting self-beliefs, replaced by relentless progress. Today, you will learn about how to transform your room into a workspace, which leverages all the scientific research to create the most optimal environment, even surpassing the fictional white room. I will give you realistic steps you can take immediately to change your performance forever. So like always, let's sit up straight and lock in.
You said lock in.
First, let's start by addressing the lighting. Did you notice that it is always extremely bright in the white room? This is not by accident. These bright lights help to facilitate focus by stimulating the release of dopamine, norepinephrine, and a healthy amount of cortisol. What does this mean for you in practice? For one, you should always have your overhead lights on when you want to study.
Wait, I just zoned out. You just say cortisol. Wait, go back.
It is always extremely bright in the white room. This is not by accident. These bright lights help to facilitate focus by stimulating the release of dopamine, norepinephrine, and a healthy amount of cortisol. What does this mean for you in practice? For one, you should always have your overhead lights on when you want to study or get work done. Overhead lights are special because
I turn on the lights, guys. Hold on. Alright, the lights are on. You can see up here. There you go. Continue.
of the melanopsin ganglion cells in our eyes. Those neurons send little wires to an area of our hypothalamus, right above the roof of our mouth. That creates a state of alertness. Then, if you work on an electronic device, turn up the screen's brightness. Before I researched for this
That's
video, my
ChatGPT,
computer screen
bro.
was always on night mode, which would be the wrong approach. Also, place a lamp on your desk to get your workspace as bright as possible, while not feeling uncomfortable.
Wants me to turn my brightness to about 90%. Like, he wants it bright enough where it's like not, you know, hurting my eyes, but I guess.
If you are someone who wants to get the most out of your lighting, then you could consider purchasing a bright LED light, like a ring light, as the blue light they emit is perfect for the stimulation of those melanopsin ganglion cells. However, the best lighting is completely free. If you have the option to
I thought blue light was bad. Isn't that supposed to hurt your eyes? Also, it's like, you know, when it's dark and you're supposed to get ready for bed. You know, never mind.
place your desk in front of a window, which you can open during work. This is the best solution. Why should the window be open? Well, how about you make a quick guess as to how much less effective looking at sunlight through a window is when it comes to alertness?
Wants me to take a guess. How much less effective is looking at sunlight through a window when it comes to alertness? Or, I don't know. Freaking 50 times, bro? Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
it
actually
actually is 50 times less effective.
Okay.
This is because windows filter out a lot of the wavelengths of blue light that are vital when it comes to alertness. Obviously, keep in mind that you should generally refrain from seeing bright lights before going to bed.
Oh, okay.
However,
Got you.
lighting is not the only visual tool you can exploit to create your own white room. We can also leverage the hardwired neurobiological fact that our focus increases when looking at something on our eye level and ideally slightly above it. This is because the neurons controlling eye movement are closely linked to brainstem areas releasing specific neuromodulators and neurotransmitters for either alertness or calmness. So, for instance, if you're working on a screen, consider elevating it by placing books underneath, or try holding your book slightly higher than usual. Now, does this mean that for optimal focus, you could just slouch down so you are looking up at whatever you are working on?
Like, I guess you could do that.
It turns out that this is one of the few instances where teachers actually hit the nail on the head. Slouching down is counterproductive for alertness and focus. All of this has to do with the same neurons in our brainstem that I mentioned when talking about the optimal eye position. Also, this is the reason why White Room students have to keep a straight posture at all times. If you are serious about improving yourself, an actionable step you should take right now is to watch the remainder of this video with a straight posture.
Oh, I mean, I'm standing up right now. I don't usually sit on the chair when I'm on the computer, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
While ideally looking up at the screen. When you look at your workspace, or more specifically your desk, how many unnecessary things do you see? All this extra
I don't even know if you guys want to see how much of a mess my room really is. Uh, that's gonna be fixed another time. I guess just keep watching. I might have to skip this.
clutter is adding to your cognitive load and thereby reducing your mental capacity, even if you do not consciously know. Cornerstone opens. Adopt this principle of deep associated for. Now let's talk about gadgets or interruptions.
Advanced gadgets.
Now let's talk about gadgets a real-life White Room would undoubtedly have. While these items may be expensive, it's important to familiarize yourself with them. Even if you're not currently in a position to purchase them, consider saving this information for the future or bookmarking this video. Do you still remember when I talked about the importance of sitting straight? Well, the even better approach is to alternate between sitting straight and standing. When I thought of standing desks before, they were cool and all, but I thought of them being only good for your posture and neck pain. It turns out that besides the reduced neck and shoulder pain, alternating between sitting and standing while working also appears to result in subjective improvements in health, vitality, and most importantly, cognitive conditioning. This includes enhanced ability to embrace new tasks and improved cognitive performance. Also, you can amplify this cognitive boost even more with a treadmill under your desk. However, you should not use
Wait,
a
I'm
treadmill
kind
in
of
a task
confused. Is he saying? I'm pretty sure he's saying the standing desk is good, but why he made it seem like there's gonna be a downside to it? Like what?
heavily relies on verbal memory. If you're interested in purchasing any of the gadgets mentioned in this video, you can support me greatly by using the affiliate links provided in the description. You won't pay anything extra by using these links.
Maybe another time, Ayanokoji. Every time I look at these comments, I immediately kept adjusting my surroundings as told. Those kids who was in a white room need to escape from this hell. My guy, create your own white room. Yes, yeah. Oh, he actually flipped the whole thing. Okay. I can't tell if this dude's actually being serious, bro. I'll use the info to create my room. Thanks. Okay. Let me just look for one last video, because it's how to fight like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka. Okay, I think this is the last video where I really can become like him.
How do you fight like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka? Is it even possible to fight like him?
Okay, this time it's not AI, someone's actually doing this.
I'm here to tell you, it is. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to train, prepare, and fight, just like Ayanokoji Kiyotaka.
Okay, I think I already know how to train myself, I just want to know how to prepare and fight.
Here is the list to choose from of all the martial arts Ayanokoji knows. No matter.
Let me go back.
Here is the list to choose
Krav Maga. Okay. Boxing, mixed martial arts,
of all the
Wing Chun, karate, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Alright, Aikido, Judo, Tai Chi.
No matter what martial art you choose, you need to do cardio like running to build endurance, or you won't last a minute inside a fight circle. Calisthenics like push-ups and pull-ups are also great general strength training tools. Practice your martial art regularly. Build a daily routine that you can follow and maintain. You can easily make one with ChatGPT. Make sure to tailor it to the equipment that you have. Don't have an idea on how to start or
I
do a
personally
martial
think
art
Rock
like
AI
Muay
is
Thai?
better, but
Good. Just simply look it up or ChatGPT it. If you are really serious about this, you need to put in the time and effort to build a routine that works. Here's an example routine I made for boxing that you can use to build a routine that works. Here's an example routine I made for
2 mile run, 10 minutes shadow boxing, 10 minutes footwork, 10 minutes defense. The hell? Just taking hits, okay. 5 minute ab workout. I guess.
boxing that you can use for reference. Fighting is a lot more than just simply throwing punches. To truly master as Ayanokoji does, you need to study the fundamentals like stances, footwork, and defense. Nobody is patient anymore. Everyone thinks, I want to learn offense, 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 and they forget about what will give them the most advantage. Notice how in Ayanokoji's fight against Ryuen, 60% of the time he is on the defensive and lets Ryuen attack, tiring him out so he can then destroy him. If you want to go even deeper on building an unbeatable fighting style, be sure to check out my newsletter. It provides free learning, insights, and techniques that will take you to the next level.
The newsletter? Is this in the description? Oh, there's actually a list. Wait. Training, cardio and calisthenics, daily routine, fundamentals. I'm on the newsletter. I'm not going to check that out, but strategic fighting, example, fighting logical, street fighting, conclusion. Let's just go to strategic.
Now that we have your training regimen down to a T, we can dive into how Ayanokoji uses his strategic brain when he's fighting. The best example of this is when going up against Ryuen's group, Ayanokoji takes them on one by one. But notice, when he fights Albert, he knows that he is way bigger than him. So what does he do? He goes on defense right away and waits for him. Why? Because he would obviously lose if it was a battle in strength. So he instead turns it into a battle of speed, where he has the advantage. And he comes out on top, because bigger guys leave more vulnerable space when fighting. You must think many moves ahead, setting traps to manipulate opponents into revealing intentions. Bait them into overcommitting and then counterattack. Remain adaptable if your original strategy fails. Ayanokoji's mind is constantly strategizing even in the heat of battle. For instance, in this scene, he's being choked out by Ryuen, but he remains calm and analyzes Ryuen's fighting style.
He hasn't had any formal training. He's using his own unique style, developed from actual fights.
He is then able to counterattack in the best possible
No, maybe he's actually
Learn
just,
to read
enjoying
body
the
language and
choking,
cues that telegraph an opponent's next move. Recognize patterns in their technique that you can anticipate and counter. Best example of this is Ryuen throws something at the start of the fight, he's more likely to do it again later in the fight. Ayanokoji realizes this habit and easily dodges it. Think logically when fighting. Don't let your ego get to you. If someone is bigger, faster, stronger, try and find a way where you have the advantage. Also, if you ever find yourself in a street fight against multiple people, run away. This might not seem like the Ayanokoji thing to do, but if one of them has a weapon, it doesn't matter how strong or fast you are. Finally, if need be,
Nah. Ayanokoji would never do that. Nah, this video is fake, bro. This video's not worth watching anymore. Now you just told me not to do what Ayanokoji just do. Like, this guy nameless mine. Does he still post? Snap. It's been a whole year. Okay. I guess this is the reason why he doesn't post anymore, because he's a fraud.
You fight like Ayanokoji.
Well, I guess I learned how to fight like Ayanokoji, but I don't know if that's really the correct way. He just lied to my face. And then, how to fight like Ayanokoji. That's not even how you spell his name. Win every fight. You know what? I think I already know what to do now. Yeah, I got the notes. Wrote it down. Um, yeah, I think that's good enough. I might come back later. I might just be like Ayanokoji. Who knows? Yeah.
Guys, it's me, Ayanokoji here. MP3 helper managed to get in contact with me, and now he will be a true manipulator. He also told me to say make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what's your favorite color, as always. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm just giving out a quick shout out to Hin 777 Dan